Oh yeah, you know what it is. You know what this is, right? It's the first dump after Thanksgiving, and that is never a good time, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm glad to be here on the voicemail dump truck. My name is Jeff Backler. I'm joined by Jeff, Grubb, Lucy, James, Tamor, Hussein, Jen, driving in the background. How's everyone doing?
Thumbs up.
Good.
Yeah.
I just lied to you. I just
Sounded
lied to
like you said bums up there.
Yeah, you know what? That's much more accurate. I decided before we started that I was going to phone this one in. Is that okay? Can I phone this one in?
Well, it's a call-in show, so everyone's technically phoning it in. 707.
No, that's too much effort for me, Backler. I don't want the puns. I don't want the play on words.
You don't.
I'm just going to sit here
in
mostly.
silence.
I'm just mostly going to sit here in silence.
Just sit there and
so
be
deal with
useless,
it.
and the four of us will drive the show. If you're not even going to participate in the dump, just make sure you don't get crushed by the compactor. Okay?
I don't have my sunglasses like the frame. I just have the magnet part, so I'm just going to lean that on my face, and there we go. I'll balance that.
He's reached his true Lebowski form, ladies and gentlemen. This is a call-in show. This is the voicemail dump truck. What you do is you call the phone number 707 exit flu, and you leave a voicemail for us. And we pick a few of them, we play them, we go around the room, we talk about life, and we talk about what's bothering us, and then eventually we get to the voicemails. Jeff Grubb brought something up in the pre-show here. He was talking about football, and of course I'm talking about European football, not American football.
Thank you.
You cannot call it football when the ball spends the majority of the time in a hand. That's all I'm saying.
You can do whatever you want. There are no rules. There are no laws.
It's true.
It's called handball.
Football is the most nihilist sport of all.
Mission.
Escort
There's no
ball.
meaning. Escort ball is actually pretty. That actually kind of rules. I like that a lot.
I will be referring to that.
Henceforth, in the giant bomb canon, American football is called escort ball.
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled for that because it probably means something very different in a lot of circles.
Let me do a search.
Yeah, Urban Dictionary
search
expert. It's going
She's
right
on the
in.
case. She's on the case. So you were talking. You were like, "Oh, I don't like ties."
Oh.
That wasn't your exact what?
That's pretty close.
No.
It's pretty
I just
close.
wanted to say we're good, but the first autocomplete was extra ball, which means something else. Oh no, we don't mean that. So we're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're covered.
That's like probably cocaine mixed with a bunch of other drugs,
No,
probably.
it's just about doing a lot of shagging. Anyway.
Oh,
All right, a lot of fucking. Look, the World Cup is on right now. It's great football tournament. You should go. You should go watch it.
That it's good.
I like football.
Come
I like
on.
football. I like watching soccer.
I just
enjoy
like
it.
people watching people compete. I watched poker when it got popular on ESPN 20 years ago,
You watch
and that was
badminton?
entertaining to me. Badminton, absolutely top 5 sport. With their famous badminton mallets. But I just I'm watching the soccer and mostly just like they could have made this more entertaining. They've had a lot of time to do that.
It is
They
basically
have
the
chosen
Simpsons
not to.
joke of the Simpsons joke where it's like he's going forward and he goes back again and he goes forward again and then nothing
I mean, it's
happens.
mostly
That's
that, yeah.
Well, so as someone who, look, I'm not the typical American sports watcher in the fact that I only watch hockey. Okay, so I'm obviously disconnected from the mainstream sort of thing. But I don't agree with ties because ties in hockey have a long history, and I do believe there still should be ties in hockey. But I'm in the minority there.
I agree with that.
I think the only problem I have with European football is the diving. That's the only problem I have. That's the only thing. When a guy
you have to. That's the thing. You have to.
Sure. Here's the rule I would like to implement. And Tam and Lucy, as the representatives of soccer worldwide, you have to just
okay.
keep me honest here. Okay. Here's what I propose.
Keep me honest. Okay.
If you go down and you're down and it's not a foul and you go down for more than 15 seconds, you got to get off the pitch.
That player has to be killed?
No, I'm not murdering any athletes here. If you're on the ground for 15 seconds, which it should probably be less time because that's a long time. 15 seconds. Maybe it's 10 or maybe it's 7. I just can't stand these guys. They flop around, they go crazy, and then the second they realize literally nothing is going to happen, there's not going to be a foul, there's not going to be any kind of card delivered. They get up and they're like, I can play, I'm perfectly fine. That we have to curb that. We have to stop that.
It's just a bit. It's like
get off-
undignified.
Get off the ice. Get off the pitch. That's it.
Yeah.
I think that what they should do is every time someone goes down for a foul, they should be forced to go through a full physical. Regardless,
yes. They should. Yeah, they
so
should have
if
to
you
do the
fake
drop the
it-
drawers.
if
turn
you
your head to the
fake
side and
it,
cough
they
and
do a
all
full
that,
physical.
yeah.
When they come back, the doctor's like, nothing wrong with him.
It's an old
They
Doctor
get-
Two with
yeah.
cold hands, so when he goes down and
yeah.
pokes, it's going to be real uncomfortable.
It's the same thing that I'm proposing. The physical is the same thing. I'm saying they have to get off the pitch, right?
Yeah.
It's the same idea. It's the same energy, it's the same spirit right there.
It's just, it's just soccer's so like they're almost always stagnant. They're always at a loggerheads that you have to do something to break that up. And the one option that most players have is pretend you're way more hurt than you are. So I get it. I don't blame the players, but other sports have solved it. Like hockey used to have at least the NHL. I don't know what it's like in Europe. NHL hockey used to have a way worse diving problem. And diving
calls are almost never called now.
Yeah, but I mean, the players usually aren't diving either, and I don't know what happened.
Right.
Like, I think they just did a good job of cracking down on it.
I think the only thing that happens in hockey is like the second a stick goes anywhere near your face, even if it doesn't touch your skin,
that's
touches your
definitely
helmet,
true.
whatever, you're like, oh, my eyes just fell out.
And you
right?
got to be like, maybe, hey, am I bleeding? I might be bleeding because
am
then
I-
that's a 4 minute instead of a 2 minutes. So like they
Exactly.
definitely play that up. You're right.
So
We can stop
that's-
talking about sports now.
So the problem with you asking me that question, no, the problem. You assumed I gave one iota of shit about anything to do with the World Cup or football.
You don't like.
I don't care about
You
it
both
one
don't.
bit.
Okay, well then.
No.
I mean,
I
like,
was a
first of all,
mascot
I
for
won't,
a team
I won't
once.
even begin to get into the whole Qatar part of it. But,
Oh
yeah, we're
and the
we're
corruption, you know.
yeah.
I mean,
It's all-
like,
we're
it's
talking about the
corrupt
sport.
sport going to corrupt country to do corrupt event.
Yes, they actually
So,
cancel
it's
out.
like, who cares?
They both all that corruption cancels out, and you just have a genuine sport now.
No. But
It's
if
like-
you're
I'm
just
talking about
glad-
tennis,
I'm just
I like-
glad
I like
Japan is
tennis.
doing well. I love
Japan
that
is doing
Japan,
well.
who's like not considered a footballing nation to a degree, is more of a baseballing nation, is out there just tearing shit up. And
They
I love
are
that. They
now
are
becoming
tearing
a
shit
football
up
nation.
and
Yeah.
also cleaning up after themselves, which is
Yes, the
phenomenal.
fans
That's
do
very
that.
good.
The
Yeah,
fans are like
absolutely.
cleaning up their area of the stands after,
Pretty great.
which is
pretty great.
fantastic.
Love to see it. All right. Anything else anyone's got? Itching at them? You want to get it out there, or
I went to the optometrist yesterday.
Oh, which one did you go to?
Obstetrician?
How your eyes
One near
doing?
my apartment. I won't say the name so I don't dox myself on the
Optometrist?
internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lucy, what are you doing here? What are you doing?
No, because the thing is that in San Francisco
bait
there are
me
some
into it.
there are some
Right, she's
really
like, eh.
funny ones.
There are
was
some
one-
great
there was
pun-based
one
names,
in the
yeah.
sunset called Pacific Rims.
That's
I
great.
just think it's great. I
very
just think it's
good.
fun.
That's very good.
And the very, very nice doctor there she looked at my eyes and she was like, what are your eyes doing, man? What is going
What's wrong
on?
with your eyes, bud? Are they okay?
They rest in a way that's atypical. She was like, these are highly abnormal.
Oh.
Your eyes. I'm afraid they're highly abnormal.
Yeah, she was like, your eyes are doing way too much. Like,
Did she use the word wonky or anything like that, or was she just much
she put
better
it in,
bedside manner?
She basically said you've got bent eyes in the most doctor way possible. She was like, you have atypical alignment in your eyes, and I was like, I know what you're trying to say here.
Is it like just when you're resting though? You said, or does it happen like
I think it's like so. When your eyes are relaxed very naturally, most people's eyes they start like when you like take
try.
off the pressure, they go like outwards. They kind of like start drifting outwards.
Okay.
As in, like, imagine if you like clench all your muscles and then let go. Very naturally, if you did that, your eyes equivalent of that is going outwards. My ones basically never unclenched because they go inwards instead of
just
outwards.
because you're so intense, Sam?
Yeah.
It's just because you're like
So she was
really
like-
smoldering.
Yeah, she was like, she basically described it as like if you do it in like it's basically like holding a dumbbell over your head constantly. Like instead of to relax it, instead of to put it down,
that.
you just keep holding it up with your eyes. So your eyes are like constantly straining, which is like, and also I've got astigmatism in my left eye. So
Ew.
she's
Yeah,
like, you just need to get that shit sorted out, man.
Get it sorted out. Stop. Tell your eyes to stop.
So
being
is it like
intense.
what was it? Just like surgery or just a bunch of weed? What?
No, she was like, I got you some glasses.
Oh,
that you have to wear.
All right,
Number
okay,
one?
only
This is
glasses.
old glasses.
You have you wear glasses or no? What's
Yeah,
the-
I have some glasses.
He's
I just
meant
don't wear them
to.
I'm meant to be wearing them.
He's
but,
meant to.
I just never built the the kind of habit, and now I'm suffering for it. She was like, "You gotta wear these as much as possible." As in, like, when you're younger and you like start wearing glasses and you're just like, I hate this. And because of that, like I only put them on when I really needed, like when I could feel something was going on. But now she was like, you have to wear these, otherwise you will like make it worse. She was like, you don't have to wear it all the time, just wear it as much as possible.
That's really interesting because I didn't need glasses until I was like almost 30, and I never considered like, oh, I skipped the whole childhood eyeglass thing. That that's an interesting.
I didn't need glasses, and then I started doing a job where I stared at a computer all day. This is all crystal clear. Yeah, this is great, all right here, 5 feet or 3 feet away from my head. If I go to try to look at the TV that's 10 feet away, though, that's a bit more of an issue.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. I get by, but I do have the glasses for that. Yeah.
Go from your medium screen to your small screen to your big screen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then yeah. Yeah, my daughter had I can't remember, astigmatism. It's not astigmatism, but it's the other one where like the eyes actually weren't aligned because she had a surgery because she had cataracts when she was born, and so she had to have surgery to correct the alignment. And now it's like, oh, they're perfectly in line, but they're still like worried about like, will she be able to see in 3D and stuff like that? Where we still don't know. We're still trying to see if she can actually like get our brain to trick itself into doing that for her. But it's like, man, that was a whole bunch. So yeah, don't mess around with the eye stuff. Listen to your optometrist.
I never know. I never know. I say
optometrist.
I say optician. But
ophthalmologist is an eye, like that's like the real big boy eye doctor.
Okay,
that's the surgeon. So that's ophthalmologist. That's like they are full medical degree.
Eye doctor.
Eye doctor.
Yes, we just say eye doctor. Yes, for everything else.
Here we just say eye doctor.
Yeah.
Very good. That's the official stance of the voicemail dump truck. Let's get into some voicemails, my fellow dumpers.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. We drew numbers backstage to see who was going to go first. And Lucy James Games, you.
Hey, I never win anything.
That changes today.
I would like ear of corn, please.
She said, ear of corn. Okay.
Just listened to episodes. Hey, Dumplings. I just listened to episodes 48 and 49 where you were talking about mascots that are basically synonyms for murder or murdering people, like the Canadian team, hockey team called the Hitmen. Well, I got one for you. There's a small farming town of Hoopston in Illinois with a local mascot called the Corn Jerkers, which is basically a big ear of corn with a friendly smiling face. And then you got other place names like Climax, Michigan, and Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Are there other town names or everyday items that have weird or suggestive meanings that we've gotten so used to because we say them so much or we've lived in those towns? Thanks. Bye.
God damn, that's a great question, but it's a tough one.
Right, because it's by definition, we've no longer kept these in the like, oh, that's weird part of our brain. It's just, it's normal. Like, okay, town. I'm going to Google it. Towns.
I Googled Britain's rudest and funniest place names.
Yes,
Cockfosters.
Right, let's do it.
Come on, Cockfosters.
First up, we have Bitchfield.
That's where you'll find me.
There's a place called Cox.
Yeah.
There's a place called Lower Swell, which is rough. There's a place in Purbeck, Dorset, that is called Scratch Arseware.
That can't be real. People keep saying in chat Grope Cunt Lane in London.
What?
That can't be real.
That's tough.
Am I gonna get put on a list if I
Grope Cunt?
Oh my god, it's real.
Wow.
It was. I think they've renamed it. Although the name was once common throughout England, it was replaced by innocuous versions such as Grape Lane. Great Plain.
There's a town in Ireland called Muff, and then there inside the county of Mayo, there's a town called Cum. So Cum, Ireland.
East
spelled that way too.
East Riding of Yorkshire. There's a place called Wet Wang.
Yeah, Wet Wang.
Oh my god, this is a great one. Bend of a River. There's a place. It's called Fingering Hoe.
Wasn't there a place called Fucking somewhere?
Yeah. There was this dildo, I think, as well.
Well, sure, you bit the dildo, yeah.
That's where the dildo was invented. It was named after the town.
Yeah. It's your mom's favorite town.
Wow. Wow. Talking about dildos and mothers on the dump truck.
I still can't believe that this is not towns, but in America, I can't believe that you call like big things of bottles like growlers.
Growlers,
Sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Growlers is the thing that you could not get away with in the UK.
What is that again?
Growler.
Like a like
Is it what?
A front butt?
a minge,
A
yeah.
minge? Oh, like a vagina?
Well, the vagina's the inside part.
Like
Okay, all right.
Oh, like the
No,
Okay, okay.
yeah, like the front bit.
front
you know,
bit, your front bits.
the lady
Let me
gun.
drink from your
Yeah.
growler.
Oh, creamery is another one.
Yeah.
Creamery. Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of
Come on.
places can be creameries. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?
I mean, like, it's
Creamery,
trouble when you
growler.
get a creamery and a growler at the same time.
I
You
can't
could
believe
get a
you have a
growler
drink.
at a creamery.
I can't believe you have a drink called Squirt that you sell
No.
on
You're reaching.
shelves. No, come on.
It's
No, that's
just
real.
called Squirt.
And Squirt, but like no one's like, oh yeah, I'm familiar with the retail brand Squirt. Like it's not very popular in America.
But
Right?
you still
And-
have it.
No, it was for a while there. There was like commercials for Squirt on TV.
No,
Yeah,
I don't know what you're. I mean, maybe,
You know what?
but I don't remember what you're talking
I
about.
think it's.
All right, you sold
I'm
horses.
of the opinion that it's way more known than Bacla is. I don't know why
Absolutely.
Bacla is doing defense
He is-
for
he's hiding it.
I'm not
American
defending
brand
Big Squirt. I'm just saying.
It sounds like
He's
you're
in the
defending
pocket of Big Squirt.
Yeah,
yeah.
you
He's
see
pocket
it.
trying
Big
to
Squirt.
make sure that we don't know all about squirts.
Listen, I wish I was in the pocket of Big Squirt. No, I I just don't remember that name, dude. I just don't know what it was. But yeah, we've got a lot of fucking dumbass names for things. Sure.
A bunch of dumb.
You know?
names.
For sure. I'm a squirt detector. All right.
Oh my god.
At HR.
I'm trying to think what is another fucking weird. Oh, I thought we banned slide whistles out of here. What are we doing?
Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods.
Dick is a name. I don't
Dick.com. Dick.com
No.
doesn't go where you think it would go. It goes to
Here's
Dick's
the thing
Sporting
that
Goods.
here's the thing that I cannot
Feeder.com does not where you think that's gonna
categorically
go.
cannot agree with.
Okay, let's hear it.
What is the full name for the nickname Dick?
I believe it's
Richard.
Richard.
Rich.
Unacceptable. That is unacceptable.
Who blame whoever started that shit?
Who-
I don't know who it was.
That should be banned.
All right, Bachelor, here you go.
Reach for the squirt, squirt it first.
Fries, onion rings, and
Okay, sorry.
That is
What's that to do with onion rings?
That is
They're saying
awful.
the squirt goes good to drown down your onion rings. okay,
am
now I'm picturing it.
more-
I'm not happy about it at all.
I'm even
Wow.
more confused, dude. I'm
Oh
even more
my-
confused. I'm trying to think. What the fuck? What was the name of that? There was a drink that had like a plastic cap on it. It was sort of like it wasn't a regular twisty cap. It was just
The
sort of
bowl
like
that
thing you
falls
just, like,
in.
no, you ripped it off, and it was a plastic thing, and you just like
Oh, yeah, we
You
had
just
those in the UK.
squirted it. It wasn't squirt though. It was something
I'm
else.
gonna send a picture of an energy drink that I remember being circulated in the UK.
Mondo coolers, maybe. I don't know.
I'll put it in the chat. Just everyone, just click that.
Oh god.
Oh,
Remember this
There's
one?
a city
Lucy?
in Belgium called Labia.
Oh yeah, I've had.
Yeah, I remember
I've
this
had-
drink. I remember the pea
Yeah.
drink for sure.
Let me see here.
All right, we have to pivot out of this call right now. I think. All right, who's up next? It's Tam. Choose a voicemail.
I would like 5 baths a day.
Hey, Dumpers. So I saw that Jess was bummed out that her onsen theme park was closed in Japan that she was looking forward to going to at some point. I just wanted to throw out there's this place, Kinosaki Onsen, where there's like 7 bathhouses in the town, and like you can get a pass to all 3 of them. So basically, my question is like, how many baths have each of all taken in a day? My record is 5, I think. Trying to pump those up though. So keep
Rookie
dumping.
numbers.
Trying to pump those up.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers.
Thank you, caller. I got to say, 5 baths in a day is pretty much one long bath. I don't understand.
That's just swimming.
That's
Yeah.
just swimming.
You live in water. Like
No, I mean like 5 baths a
5?
day. How long
That's
are
a
they
lot of
lasting?
water, man.
yeah, it's a lot of water. Number one, was the bath half hour at least?
If
Yeah,
it's
because you
a
got to
good
draw
one.
it.
You gotta
Yeah.
you gotta draw and you gotta like soak in it. You can't just
Right.
like go in and out. You're not you're not like a tea bag. You gotta stay
Speak
in
for
there.
yourself.
What are you doing with a tea bag?
Wait,
Bad
there's
analogy.
like unless I'm about to reveal something like very soon. There's like multiple ways to have a proper a bath, right? Like there's the one where you just draw it and it's like you jump into it. But there's also like the old timey bucket method where you fill up a
Yeah.
bucket and then you
Oh,
pour
you're
the
doing a sponge
water on
bath.
yourself, sponge
Yeah.
bath style, yeah. So
Okay,
like
yeah,
that
sure.
counts as a bath. So I feel like if you're doing that, maybe it's way shorter.
You got the ladle. Yeah, you're
yeah, yeah,
ladling.
Yeah, that's how I used to do it when I was younger. Because
Mm-hmm.
we were told that drawing a bath was massive waste of water,
I remember
which is true.
Peter telling me that. So I rarely take a bath.
Yeah,
The way
think
the
it
way
would
the
be
caller
okay.
was positioning the bath and describing it, I don't think this was like someone with a bucket like pouring. It seemed like a soaking.
Wait. Like it's a Japanese bathhouse, right? So it's
Yeah,
probably
like
just.
I've been to
It's a big
Japanese
pool,
bathhouse and I've
basically.
done. Well, no, there's lots of little pools with different temperatures.
Okay, I
So
don't know.
if we're doing that, I've done 1, 2, 3. I've also done 5, but that was because I was at a Japanese bathhouse.
In a
Five's
day?
lot.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
place
lot.
that we went in in Shinjuku.
but that-
Yeah, mate. There are loads of baths in the women's.
Oh yeah, true. I think.
And
I
I
did, like,
went to every
4.
single one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have an outdoors one, which is amazing because one time I went and the water is really, really warm and it was raining and it was beautiful.
Just they're water parks. Are they water parks? They're not just like
Japanese baths? No. They're just.
What do you mean?
just
Is it? Where
Like,
are you
like,
asking
there's
about?
just a bunch of pools. There's a thing shower on the side. Like what's the okay? I'm
There's different
definitely
kinds
just
of
a
water.
vulgar American. So I don't really fully get this concept either. You just go in there, you're hanging out, you're washing yourself a bunch of times a day. Because bath to me means cleaning yourself.
It's mostly like
water.
So no. So when you go in, you have to. There was like a shower type thing that you have to go in. You sit down, you wash yourself with the shower head and the bucket, and then you go into the water. And it's mostly just to soak the day away. So the different baths that they would have, they would.
So we
have
just call
one
those
that would
hot
be-
tubs.
Well, no, because no, they didn't have like bubbles or anything. It was literally just like one of them will be just a nice sort of ambient warmth. One will be really, really warm. One might be sea salt, so it's like a little bit floatier.
There's no chlorine in any of those, right?
No
Like,
chlorine.
it's all-
Well, some of them did, I think.
Yeah.
But not a lot. Certainly not, American standards. Yeah, they're like soaking. And then they have like 2 that are outdoors, one of which was pretty cold. But some of them are really, really not very deep. And then you just, they have like a little seat on it. So you're kind of half covered in the water and just relaxing. It's great. I love it so much. And then there's a sauna and a steam room. Take me back.
I can't. That's not for me. Like all the spa stuff. Like I can't.
Oh.
I've only done it once on my honeymoon, and like it was fine. But I don't seek that out. Like in the way my wife is. My wife. She's just obsessed with like,
My wife.
She's just thank you. She's just
Hey,
obsessed
Stacey and
with
I'll
that.
go. Oh my
With,
god.
by all means, like she
We'll leave
will.
you behind.
It's fine. It's fine. Enjoy, but it's just not for me. It's not for me. I also don't think I've taken a bath in 20 years.
Stinky boy.
No, I take a hot shower every morning. The best. I love it. It wakes me up. If I don't shower, I'm a little groggy.
I do it
love it.
either 2:30 is shower time in the afternoon.
In the middle
like
of the day.
yeah, dude. Well,
Really?
because hair. If I don't have to
What are you saying?
like
What are you saying?
no.
She said, "Bitch, you wouldn't know."
No. I'm saying my hair, in order to get it looking even half decent, I have to put work in. I have to either like
it.
diffuse it, use a hairdryer, do all this shit, or I can let it dry naturally, but I have to put a bunch of product in. And I don't want to do that before I go to bed because wet pillow. And I don't want to do that in the morning because I would be in all my meetings with wet hair. And excess heat on your hair is bad for you. So that's why I have like a little pick me up in the middle of the day. I'm just gonna have a nice little shower.
There's no rules. No wrong way to do it. Good on you.
Yeah, I think a lunchtime or afternoon bath or shower is shower. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is like it's game changing. especially
A
during
new
in the
lease
work.
on life.
Yeah, especially in the work from home era.
Yeah.
Like when it first started, I remember doing it a lot. I think Lucy was the same as well.
I would drink in the
single-
shower a lot at like
every
5:30.
Yeah, I don't do that.
A lot of people say the move is changing your socks in the middle of the day. I've heard that a few times, or changing something about your wardrobe in the middle of the
I like
day.
that.
What?
I like
Give
that.
you
I'm
a
I've never
visual.
heard
So
it.
here's
I
the thing
like
with the shower one.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
shower, the midday or not midday specifically, but halfway through the day at some point in the shower gives
Yeah.
you complete permission to be an utter goblin up until that point.
Oh,
Yes.
so that's what it is. Okay.
So like you wake up, you don't need to do anything. If you know you're not gonna go see anyone or whatever, who cares? Don't brush your
Right.
teeth, don't wash your
Right.
face, whatever. Just be a goblin, and then you know that come 1 p.m., 2 p.m., you're gonna do a full clean,
Right.
and then you'll come out the other side, and you'll have a few hours of work, and then you just go into the rest of your day and your evening, and you'll feel clean, refreshed, good. I highly recommend. Atypical alignment on your bath times and shower times.
Jan
Just,
says he changes.
brush your
He says
teeth,
he changes hats a couple times a day. That counts. I think I can relate.
whole new man.
Whole
Do
new
brush your
head.
teeth in the morning, as Lucy said, though. Yeah, it's very easy.
I don't know.
Morning and
use
night.
use the Pokemon Smile app, which we discovered at the weekend.
Yeah.
What?
It's
Am I
an
a
AR
child?
thing
A
where
child?
you brush your teeth, but it like you.
I didn't know it was
fight
still
Pokemon.
a going
Yeah.
concern.
When you fight. No, a friend of ours is a dentist, and we were talking about it, and then I gave it a try, and it takes pictures of you while you brush your teeth,
That's
and then
cute.
shows them. No, it's not cute, Jeff, because I will send you the pictures it took of me, and it looks.
Bring him on over. I'm one of those teeth
Can't
pervs. Here we
release
go.
those. Can't release those publicly.
Yeah, that sounds like there's a wiki site for that sort of stuff. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah, definitely keep that on lockdown. Encrypted
Okay.
folders.
Once again, we must do the uncomfortable pivot into Jeff Grubb, who will choose the next voicemail.
I will uncomfortably pivot into brother, all caps. Brother.
I have.
I've
a
been
brother
waiting in this
printer.
arm.
I have a brother printer at my home computer
Oh.
desk, and every time I look at it or walk by it or use it in my head, I think of Liquid Snake going, "Brother!"
It's been a while,
That's funny.
brother.
So I was wondering if you guys had any silly video game related associations with everyday objects that aren't really aren't really related to video games. So yeah.
Another great question,
That's a
but difficult
great
possibly to
question.
answer. Why is it not Mimir? I feel like Mimir is your guy for you.
No.
Hello,
Have you met Tam?
No, I'm not
If
saying
it-
Tam. I'm saying the caller.
Oh,
That's a new one. It's like
Yeah.
Mimir is a relatively
he's
new
only 4
character.
years.
You're right. You're right.
Like years of
Liquid.
liquid
Brother.
floating around, shouting, "Brother!"
Brother, do you ever think you need to let him grow and make his own mistakes? Brother?
Absolutely atrocious impression of Mimir.
brother. Brother.
Uh,
I can't do Scottish. I don't know. I use a lot of quotes from things in my everyday life.
Yeah, it just happens though,
It
right? It's
just
almost
happens. I
reactionary.
can't think of
It's like-
anything.
It's like getting hit on the thing under your knee and you just kick. Like that's what it's like. Someone says something.
Yeah.
My brain's like, oh, let's make this connection because you're just a bunch of compulsions all linked together weekly.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, time to move on. I hated that just happened, but time to move on. Like, yeah.
Yeah, Jan says he's always quoting Step Brothers or Hot Rod. Golden Era Simpsons is a big one.
We do a lot of Simpsons quotes. We do a lot of Futurama
Futurama.
quotes, Vine quotes. But
My wife.
my wife.
What are
I've made my wife acceptable again. I want to thank you for that.
Yeah.
This is specifically video game stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. That I think the
Like-
problem I have too is that I almost never quote video games. It's always movies or something else.
You know what we do, Tam? We do sure.
Yeah, sure.
We do the Arthur Morgan sure.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We also do the Arthur.
Arthur plan. Yeah, we do that one.
Yeah, I use laugh and grow fat as as just like a life motto. When it rains, I do the Volgin Kuwabara Kuwabara, which is a Japanese thing, but I do that a lot. Yeah, most of mine are like Metal Gear.
Yeah, you do a lot of
related.
Metal Gear.
Some of mine, as of late, they are JoJo's. I gotta say, I'm going around
Yada yada does it.
straight up saying yada yada does it to people, and they're
Yeah.
just, what the fuck was that?
There's Mass Effect ones as well that we do. A lot
Oh,
of.
big stupid
Yeah.
jellyfish.
Yeah, big stupid jellyfish.
I should go.
I did it to Jan. He's right. I said I said it. I don't know if he knew what I was talking about, but he understood. It was okay.
There's the Witcher one.
Yeah,
Winds
yeah.
howling. Winds
Oh.
howling. Winds howling. That's a good one.
Fuck. What else do we use it for? We do.
I do merchant quite a bit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Resi 4 merchant lad.
Yeah, that one actually I do too. What are you buying?
I want to. Yeah, I definitely do that. What do you buy? I do. Someone struck a memory in my head in chat. Purple had said Monty Python. I definitely do a good amount of that in my head.
Like pronounce it right though, huh?
With Monty Python.
There you go.
Monty Python.
Python. Fucking hell.
Okay, come on.
Americans.
Yeah, I'm like, what are they talking about?
Leave me alone.
Say
You
it
don't know what
perfectly
Monty
normal.
Python
Wait,
is?
what? Really? It's Python? What?
Yeah.
Python?
Monty Python.
The
Monty
snake's a python, so it's
Yeah, it's that.
Is it the
That's what
coding
is.
language Python also?
No, that's
No,
it's
the coding
just-
language is Python. But
yeah, it's different. It's just
But the
different.
Monty
a snake,
Python is
and
Python.
a snake is a python. But
I'm getting
Monty
semantic
Python
satiation for the word Python.
yeah.
is
Python.
Python.
It's in the world of British comedy.
Apple Python.
Yeah.
It's Python in it.
Python in it. No, I'm sorry.
Oh wait, the one. The Hermione one that we
What's that? What's that?
Oh,
when I make my move.
you're free to check the king.
I love
He's
that
going
one.
to sacrifice himself. Oh my god, we were playing Warhammer Darktide the other night. Tam's character just sounds bizarre.
Exactly like that.
Like he sounds like a Monty Python character, but he also sounds like that. He's going to sacrifice himself from Harry Potter.
No,
Ron, no! Get out of my
me.
tree!
not Hermione. Yeah.
You.
I don't know what to do but laugh. It's like
Yeah.
it goes all over my head if you're not in on the joke.
My new one to keep quoting is.
Why the hell do we have a Ron Weasley emote?
Why do we have that?
We do.
That was from when Ben and I were learning how to play Mahjong.
Oh, incredible!
What? Wait, explain that, because I know a little bit about mahjong. Why would that?
I mean, isn't it obvious?
Wait, say it again. Say what's the guy's name?
Ron.
Ron. Oh, is that a tile?
Ronald Weasley.
Maybe I don't know enough about mahjong.
That's wizard's chess. The stuff that I'm quoting a lot at the minute is between myself and Callie, because I am on 1975 TikTok, as in the band.
Yep.
And one of the big things that he does, Matty Healy, is when he's on stage, he always has auto-tune on, and he always kind of riffs when he has the auto-tune on. So there was one where people were throwing cigarettes on the stage, and he just goes, "Don't throw menthols on my stage. Don't like menthols." So I say that to Callie all the time. Don't like menthols. And the other one is just like shit seats, to be fair, which is another one that I really enjoy. Auto-tune in it.
I sadly, most of my references come from Dave Chappelle. So
Yeah, there's a lot there
I
too.
can't use that anymore. I do occasionally drop the Chappelle Show, crack to smoke, chocolate to eat. It's not Chappelle Show actually. It's a stand-up bit where people are like, I'm like, I gotta go, crack to smoke, chocolate to eat, and people always look at me like, what the?
Yeah, what was
going
that? Timothy. Oh my god. All right. I will selfishly choose a voicemail now.
Go on then.
Can I please have? I feel like it's bad, that MP3.
Hey, dumpers. So like underwear, right?
Yeah.
I live in a hot climate, and I tell you, underwear is kind of more of a pain in the ass than it's worth because everything's kind of hot. Specifically as a dude, you know, I guess females too. But anyways, I don't really wear like underwear anymore because like fucking whatever. So, is that bad? I feel like that's bad, but like I still don't do it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, love you.
Love you too.
Love you too. I guess. Thank you.
I mean, listen,
for...
what business is it of ours? Like all things work out as they should. We should have no idea, right? Like you should have no idea whether the person next to you is wearing underwear or not, and if they are or not, it affects you in no way. So, listen, do what you got to do, and unless you're wearing those gray sweatpants, in which case you're just straight up being slutty, and then we have to deal with that. So,
I do think perhaps if we could look at this question from just like a general, I don't know, like health hygiene point of view, if we're just trying to like give like lifestyle advice on like how you want to conduct yourself, like underwear mostly makes sense. I understand, like you don't have to wear it, of course. You do what you do, and you live your life the way you want to live it. I just think like there's something about having a layer between the bits, like it's just an added kind of barrier that I can get on board with. Like I've tried to not, and whenever I do, I feel bad.
I don't wear underwear. Try to not wear underwear.
Tried to not wear underwear. I'm just like, nah. I'm glad I do it.
I feel like if you're leaving your homestead, then you should be wearing it. Just because like risk.
That's what we're
factors.
talking about. Yeah, that's what we're probably talking about.
But the thing is, okay. No, Tam, you go.
No, if you're at home, I think that that's fine, no worries. However, it also depends on what you like what item like you're wearing. If you're wearing like some, like shorts, comfy shorts, okay, whatever. If you're wearing just like some joggers, okay, whatever. Don't be wearing jeans with no underwear. That's insane.
Like, come on,
don't do that shit.
Well, because that zipper is going to be a problem. But also, like, if you're wearing like joggers or like light material, what if you find yourself in a situation where you're climbing over a fence? There's some risk.
No. If you're going out, if you're leaving.
Right. You said you're right. If you're leaving the house, you're right. You're right.
You need to be locked in with some underwear.
It is an insane thing where it's like I only fucking don't wear underwear at home, dog. Like that's it. I just don't wear underwear. The second I leave my house, it goes on. But when I'm walking, it's like, all right.
Yeah, but it's like, you put on your armor. You get prepared for the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
When does it go from, and I'm an underwear advocate, and especially as someone with woman parts, there's different considerations.
Sure. Of course. The VPL.
VPL.
Yeah, visible panty line, right?
Jesus,
this guy knows.
The fucking just the insanity of the other day. I'm just worried of this minefield we're going through. Anyway.
No. So my question is, what's the line between not wearing underwear being gross and it being sexy?
Yeah,
not wearing it.
Not wearing underwear. Yeah.
I don't think everyone's been like, I don't think Jeff's wearing underwear, and that's pretty high.
No,
that
but
never
like,
happens. So don't worry about me. Yeah.
In Friends, there's that like, that it's contextual. Like they go into that thing, and Rachel's like, "Oh, I'm not wearing underwear," and it's like, "Well,
yeah,
you're going to a gala."
Yeah, there's like a taboo-ness, I think, that people find sexy for sure. I mean,
I don't understand that one bit.
It's contextual.
Everyone says, "How clean is your ass?" and I can only ever hear it is like, "How clean is your ass?
How clean is your ass?"
I couldn't think of an answer for the last question. I couldn't bring it up, but now you guys did that, and my brain was like, "Okay, here's a connection. Let me smell your dick." There you
go.
Oh my god! I forgot
and now I'm ready to move on. I won't remember that I just said that.
See, the thing is, like, I can see a scenario where, like, not wearing them if you're going to be at home and not going out for multiple days in a row saves you time on, like, laundry at the end of the week, where you're like,
you're saving the planet.
Yeah, I don't have to like wash multiple pairs of underwear because I know I'm gonna be free solo in it this week.
You don't want to wear the same pair of underwear days in a row.
I mean,
I mean is like you
won't be wearing. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you're not wearing it. So if it's like, I know I have no reason to leave for the next 3 days, I have no reason to put underwear on.
I did spend the last couple of minutes trying to find an article that seemed reliable about the health reasons for wearing underwear. Now, there's a lot of talk about sperm count, and I'm like, I was a little bit less concerned about that. I already have kids, and I'm fine now. So I just I got no horse in that race.
Literally.
In terms of hygiene, so they said it protects against some infections. Undies provide a barrier against bacteria, fungi, dirt, and other environmental contaminants. Blah blah blah. It protects against quote unquote chub rub. A bad pair of undies can cause pain from rubbing, chafing, and pinching. The right pair, however, can prevent a lot of discomfort. Dr. Ross says less genital irritation.
Whities? I think the tighty whities is the sperm thing.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't care. Wear tighty whities.
I don't understand the sperm thing.
Because it's constrictive.
If it's too restrictive.
Okay.
If you wear like tighty whities or like really tight underwear, like
Speedo.
and if it gets too warm,
Right.
If it gets too warm, because heat's very bad for sperm. So you want
job rub is also a major factor,
which is why your balls are outside your body.
Here's one that I'm like pretty compelled by. Fewer zits down there. Acne in the genital and butt region is a real thing, and wearing good underwear can help reduce it. When sweat or oil sits on the skin for too long, it can lead to clogged pores, leading to breakouts. And apparently a good pair of underwear can wick away the sweat. And I do purchase sweat wicking underwear. So,
where do you get your sweat wicking
I get it from a little French store called Target.
You fancy lad.
It's let Toulouse.
That's awesome.
From Hans, I believe. Yeah, for Fruit of the Loom. Oh, yeah.
all this and much more on the forthcoming car safety podcast. We're slowly rolling out.
There's a bunch of there's one that's the headline here is protects against leakage. I think that just speaks for itself. So
leakage.
I'm actually if you experience bladder incontinence, it's the first sentence.
I think
there,
on both sides of the fence, people can appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, you don't want. You don't want leakage.
Right. The underwear is easier to exchange and throw out and stuff. And if it gets, so I get
Don't
that.
be exchanging underwear.
I'm one of those people who constantly thinks about why we haven't made advancements in both acceptance, societal acceptance, and technology-wise for the adult diaper. You know what I'm saying?
I think
it does
there
feel like
is
it's on the
acceptance.
cusp, right?
Yeah,
I don't think there's acceptance. If I told you right now that I was wearing adult diapers, you'd be like horrified.
No,
because you talk about poop socking all the time. So
but sometimes you just need to complete a game.
No, but Tam, I would say like that's odd, friend, because you're at home, and why? Why do you need to like rest in your own filth? Look. If you're out somewhere and you're like, I'm going to be in this thing for 12 hours, I'm going to need to actually shit and not, let anyone know about it. Sure. Okay.
Gotta shit and not let anyone know.
Can we get real? I'm almost 40 and I do have occasionally some leakage when I go pee, and I try to whip it off enough. But if you're at the urinal, there's like no way to like fully wipe it off. And about 1 out of every 5 times, it'll leak in my underwear, and it's very uncomfortable. It's the worst.
Yeah,
I'm a
you have a penis. That's like every penis. I think.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it didn't happen when I was younger. It's happening more now. I'm a little bit older, and so I remember these commercials for. I think it was Tony Saragusa was like there are these triangle-shaped diapers that would go like right in the front of your underwear, and to like stop it, and you could just take it and throw it out. And I'm like, maybe it's time.
It's like a pad for a dude, really.
Yeah, it's a dude pad.
Even though pads are not for piss, I understand that.
I don't.
Thank you.
I avoid standing and peeing at every
I'm like, that's actually probably the right answer, right? Is to avoid it where I can.
No. There's no scenario where you're convincing me where standing and peeing is better than sitting and peeing.
No, look, at home, I'm a sit peer, for sure, okay?
No, I'm a sit peer everywhere. Like,
no,
unless I go to a place
devil game, I cannot. When I go to the hockey game, I cannot go sit and pee.
I would, if I go into a toilet and it's like some dudes have been in here and they are wrong-uns and it's just piss everywhere and shit, I will hold my pee. I will be like, I'm not using this toilet. But sometimes if I go into a restaurant or something where it's clean or it's like a place, the state is in like I can very easily work with this, like put a bunch of tissue down over the seat, I will do that. If it's like a mess, I'm holding my pee in and waiting until I can get into a clean situation. We're actually like culturally like standing and peeing is like heavily discouraged in Asian culture, South Asian culture. Especially like Muslim culture.
Yeah,
it's definitely feeling more unnatural as I get older.
It's the most haram way to piss for sure. I would
100%. Yeah, and it's purely because of like drippage.
It makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Constant Kane chat
it's
says
the worst. I hate it so much. So it's like,
All I'm
yeah,
saying
I'm
is-
gonna sit down and go pee.
All I'm saying is Sharia law when.
Yeah,
that's all I'm trying to say here.
man, he's got a point though. Maybe I'm on board with this.
He
shit.
makes
Let's
a
do
point.
it.
Constant Kane chat says, had a coach tell me, no matter how much you shake, no matter how much you dance, the last few drops are going in your pants. And look,
Why is a coach telling them that?
and that's like a thing a coach says. I feel like in the locker room.
kind of
Is
man,
it?
locker
they
room
help-
conversations.
like, usually
boy.
when
Oh,
you
God.
have like a PE teacher coach, they help you
A
like
PE teacher.
they show you the pinch method, right? They show you
Yes, Miss Winterhowski
they
helped you with
pinch it
that.
for you and they show
absolutely,
you how
yeah.
to get the last few drops out.
Ravel, yeah, that's
Are you
some-
joking? What is this? What?
No, that happens. Does that not
The P
happen?
coach. Yeah.
yeah, your piss coach in second grade. No,
Yeah, the
I don't
PE
know what they're
teacher will
talking
help
about.
you. No?
No, we just had a woman
Oh,
come
I've
in
got
one
some-
day.
You got some shit to work out. Is that what
We
it's-
just had a woman come in one day to tell us all about periods.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what the big strides are? Taking us back around to kind of diaper stuff is like period pants are big now.
Yeah.
Instead of like
Heard of
the.
I actually don't know what that is.
It's
I
a
bet some listeners don't.
special like really thick underwear that's reusable, rewashable to get rid of the
Sure.
because tampons and pads can are not good for the
Because
environment.
yes, absolutely. They also
The
seem like they
pants are
could
not
be.
disposable; they last for years.
Okay, yeah, that's fantastic. Tony Saragusa should have done commercials for those before he passed. Rip.
Big rip.
Yep.
All right. Let's go back around to Lucy. Let's see how many we can get through here in
Fucking
round two.
Michael Hyam in chat is just we need to ban
He's
him.
dropping some good ones.
Yes,
He's very
Lo-
funny.
I love a good period piece. He's like talking about
Hyam.
Gucci catheters. It's too much. It's too
Gucci
much.
catheters.
Yeah.
That's fancy. All right.
I
you
would
got?
like because I
More
saw
like
someone.
Michael Hyam.
Someone in Twitch chat was asking for it. Cool tips for mac and cheese.
Yo,
Oh,
what up, dumpers? Yo, Jan the man with the master plan. That was some hot tips you got for PB and J. What you got for mac and cheese, dog? You got any, or anybody else? You got any like cool tips for mac and cheese? Like, what can I do to spice this shit up? Like, I got milk and a little cheese powder, like a little garlic powder on top. Like, the only thing I ever do is hot dogs. So, what else would make it better? And no, Dan, don't just add more friggin' yellow nacho cheese to it. It's already the cheesiest thing. Anyway, I love you guys. Call me back. Bye.
Thank you, caller.
Call me back.
That was really cute.
I loved that.
Breadcrumbs on the top. With,
Breadcrumbs and yeah. Toast
get a
them.
little bit of like a crusty top there. Maybe sprinkle some, get your garlic powder, pepper, and also maybe some crunchy bacon bits on there, and you'll be in haram.
Yeah,
But
yeah. You want something with a little bit
delicious,
of crunch.
the most delicious of haram. Let's be honest. Okay.
Can you improve it by listen, I have no idea. I'm asking. Can you improve it by making it in an air fryer instead? Do you think that would be better? No? I'm legit.
I don't know how
Fryer
you would
for
make
cheese?
it.
No.
Wait,
it's
but,
gotta be-
you'd have to be in some sort of safe
yeah,
container.
an air fryer is to heat and extract moisture.
Okay. Yeah, but it could be kind of like you would give it a little bit of
Crunchiness,
crunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
al dente-ness. if
I
you
mean,
will.
like like the cheese is all like the hard cheese. I'm like struggling to describe what I like about hot melted cheese. Yeah.
Here's what you can do, right? Mac and cheese balls. Right, where you create a little batter and you like fry them, so
sure.
they're like mac and cheese balls.
That'll work in the fryer.
Yeah, the other thing is very easy to do. Add to them caramelized onions.
Ooh. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
And if you want to go even a step further, caramelized onions and also like spicy kidney beans.
Okay.
Add those to them.
The
Chuck a bit of sour
spice is what
cream
I'm
on
wondering,
the
like-
top.
Yeah, I want some
chuck a bit of
spiciness. So that sounds
sour
good.
cream on the top,
Flamin'
and then
hot
just
Cheetos.
a little bit of
Jason.
sriracha sauce, and you're good.
Ooh.
Yeah, that sounds like a winning combo.
Breath,
My mouth is watering. Wait, this
Yeah. Here
this
he is.
question
Okay,
was for
okay.
Jan, so I was
Yes,
gonna
let's
say
hear it.
Jan.
Bruh, dog, let me put you on some game. Go to your Asian supermarket, all right? Here's what you do. You get two things. You get gochujang, which is Korean chili paste. It's fermented bean paste.
Okay. Hell yeah.
You can get the spicy shit. Mix that in while you're cooking it, and like let that shit sing. Also, get some green onions. You can get green onions anywhere, baby.
Yeah.
Put an obscene amount of that stuff. And hey, here's a little thing. Here's a little thing. Don't let last 20, 30, 40 years of American society sway you here. Throw in some MSG in that bitch.
Yes, absolutely.
Get some metal solid gear in there.
Exactly, brother.
Madison Square
The
Garden.
American hegemony cannot quell MSG any longer. It's too delicious.
Exactly. 50 Cent gave up on G Unit. Don't give up on me and MSG Unit, baby.
I'm not sure there's a thing I've been more indoctrinated against than MSG.
I bet. Yeah. It was all a racist ploy.
Baby.
That and
Baby,
like
trust
we're
me
the
here.
good guys. Right? Like
Macaroni and cheese, brother.
Unbelievable.
Hey, throw some seaweed on that bad boy too.
Sure.
Throw some seaweed on that.
Sure.
I heard all that. I'm just gonna put sriracha on it. I'm lazy.
Sure. And the breadcrumbs are
Close
easy.
enough,
Everyone's got
baby.
breadcrumbs. Right, Jen? Breadcrumbs work.
Hey, another hot tip. Throw in some lemon zest. Lemon zest on everything.
All right.
And Jen, I wanna eat your cookings.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell.
Just being honest. Just being honest.
Yeah,
guys.
you did have the timbre of the phrasing there. I want to eat your cooking. Okay, whoa, all
Eat
right.
your cooking. Okay.
Hey, if you also don't want to
Chef.
dry out your mac and cheese by putting in the oven with the breadcrumbs to get the little layer, just toast the breadcrumbs on a skillet, baby.
Or throw it in the air fryer.
He's done it
just raw.
again.
Hey, Jan's got all the good ideas. Like you're just like a cooking TikTok. Like you just got like all those little tips and tricks.
Yeah.
You mean a chef?
Yeah, we need a chef.
Oh, also,
Specifically one on TikTok.
yo, I'm looking at my camera. My camera's not on. Spoil yourself with olive oil, baby. Go the distance. Get good olive oil,
EVOO, baby.
Also,
Yeah.
throw the pre-ground pepper you have in your house. Throw that shit out. Get a pepper grinder. You can put more pepper in it.
Yep.
Here's an
You know what
extra
also
thing.
is good?
Yeah,
While
what's
you're
up?
at the Asian market, Kewpie mayonnaise. Get yourself some
Oh.
Kewpie
Oh,
mayonnaise.
Tam
So
just.
and then make yourself an egg salad sando.
Oh, there we go. Tam, Lucy, they just unlocked their third eye. What are you doing? What are you doing right now, man?
What are you doing right now?
Jan, why we have you on this tip? Can I call in real quick and be like, hey, Jan, I really want my espresso to be better, and it feels like the problem is the coffee beans I'm getting aren't fresh enough. Hey, man, where should I be getting my beans?
That go to a local roastery, support
that's
a
what I
local
want.
business as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
all right,
look at
that's
the
Have you ever thought about opening up a side business which is called a roastery, where you roast coffee beans, but you also roast the customers at the same time?
Yeah, like a Dick's Last Resort, but for coffee. Yeah.
So they come in and it's like, bitch, you ugly. Here's some fucking beans.
Constantly,
beans.
but then I start feeling bad immediately.
Yeah.
What if we went into business together? I will roast the customers, you roast the beans, and then we deliver it.
That
actually would be a good gimmick. For sure. I'm into it. Thank you, caller. Thank you, Jan. I skipped out. I'm so sorry to Permanent Science Chat. I skipped over the suggestion for the voicemail. It was Chat's turn, and Chat chose Soaking Wet.
Hey, this is Daniel. That's Daniel with a T from
Let's
Fargo,
go.
North Dakota. When you're done in the shower, do you use your hands to squeegee as much water off before you use the towel so it doesn't get soaking wet? Or am I weird?
What?
Okay, thanks. Love you. Bye.
Oh, Daniel,
Like-
you are. I'm right there with you.
Wait, like
Yeah.
wick the water
Yeah, you
off
wick the
yourself?
water.
Yeah. You just do like some motions and. Well, Backyard just shakes his moneymaker and it just all comes off like a dog, right?
Well, you know,
Here's
the
a trick.
hair.
Here's a trick that my anime fans will love. You know what is very effective at getting water off
Oh, God.
very quickly?
Yeah, what's that?
Do the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z.
But it's gonna fling water across the room.
No, do it in the bath. Do it in the bath. Do the fusion dance, and by the time you're done with that bit, no water on you. Trust me.
All right.
You know what
I
my
believe you.
secret is? I wick the water off like little I make a little hand squeegee.
Really?
Yeah. Then I put my hair in a towel and I immediately put moisturizer on while my body is still wet because it just sucks
Sure.
it all in, and I feel I look
Awful
great.
sound.
I'm soft.
I'm speechless.
That
Like,
is that is the sound I do imagine dry skin making when it's getting moisturizer though.
It's never occurred to me. It never
What
occurred
do you
to me. to
do?
be
What do
like-
you do? You so you're literally like you have just turned
He
the
just uses
turn the water
5
off. You are
towels every
soaking.
shower.
No, I just dry off pretty quickly with a towel. I'm also like the driest motherfucker on the planet.
Yeah.
Like my skin absorbs the moisture so fastly and then goes dry right after. It's It's terrible. I have like
this was the thing about
incredibly
living in a
dry
high
skin.
plains desert, where Denver was just like right there in the beginning of the desert, and so you would walk out of the shower and you'd be dry like that, and there was no such thing as like mildew and towels; they would all just instantly dry.
Yeah,
it was crazy. And now I'm here in fucking Lake Erie, and I'm like, I don't think I've been dry since I moved here.
Yeah, you got a built-in organic natural humidifier, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I'm just never. I'm trying to think. In the winter, it's tough because it's always so goddamn dry here. But I never do any pre-towel dryness. It's always instant towel, and I'm good. I don't. This is.
Do you like okay? So you turn off the shower, you're like soaking wet. Do you wait at least a couple of seconds before you go out to get the towel? You don't even do that.
No, I'm like actively like the shower goes off. I open the door and I just grab my thing and I.
So my thing, I'm just like worried about like the floor
in.
getting a little bit of water on it, but you must have a pretty good bath mat.
Yeah, I got like a big bath mat that catches all that.
You should give yourself a minute just to like.
Minute?
Yeah, just like wick yourself off. It's way better.
I'm gonna try tomorrow. I'm gonna try tomorrow morning. I'll
try
report
it
back.
because then you know what? You know what that also helps with? It helps with your towel to dry way quicker.
Okay, that's not an issue for me, but sure, I'll adopt that.
I like wick and then use the towel. Towel is basic, and then I have a separate towel for my hair.
Yep.
Which is like a micro.
That must be nice.
Tam got me onto the microfiber towel.
Yeah, sure.
Wait, no, what's that? How was that do?
You don't need any help. Your hair is magnificent.
No, Backlot,
okay?
I will send you this.
I don't need
This is great.
My hair to be drier faster though.
I don't need a hair towel.
You need a hair towel, Jeff? I can order you one.
No, Jeff. Microfiber is very good for when you're washing your face.
Yeah.
Okay,
Backlot, I will send you this thing.
I do have terrible skin, so I really do need.
It basically dries.
Honestly, I would recommend the moisturizer.
It is white,
method
Backlot. It's a good point.
Try the moisturizer thing, because you're.
All right, I got a face.
Yeah, I'll send you a link
whole
at
body,
some point.
the whole thing.
Okay, look, I'm into. I will try anything once. All right, thank you for the advice, and thank you, caller. Tam, it is your turn.
I would like crossover.
Sure.
What's up, dumpers? Out walking the dog, and I got to thinking about podcast families. Like, you guys I've always listened to, and then everything is split off between Waypoint, Nextlander, Shift F1. I even listened to Austin Walker's RPG. And then there's the McElroys. I love their main advice podcast. I love Adventure Zone. I love Schmanners. I love Sawbones. I love Wonderful. My wife loves the last podcast on the Left family.
Yeah.
She listens to all their stuff. I only listen to Wizard and the Bruiser.
Nice.
Good.
What podcast family would you like to do a cross podcast thing?
Ooh.
Bye.
Thank you, caller.
We have
That's a
actually
great
done
question.
stuff with
We
last
have
podcast.
done.
Yeah.
We did a we streamed, what was that game?
Oh, I forgot. It's like that.
Contradiction?
Contradiction, yeah.
With
Marcus and Henry. From last podcast. We also
Played
saw them a
Dark
few times
Souls
live. With Marcus. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Let me look.
McElroy's to me.
My legit
McElroy's
But
is very
McElroy's
good.
like, I would love to be on the besties.
Yeah,
I would love that.
I should call Chris. He would probably be down with that. Like, they'd
Chris,
probably get us on
if
there.
you're listening, please let us come onto the besties.
The tragedy, and look, nothing but love to my friend Russ Frushtick.
Yeah, you used to do a podcast.
No, I did used to do podcasts with him. I did do the besties, but it was only when Russ was there. Everyone else was gone.
Everyone was gone. I
It's
remember
great
you
to see
telling
Russ.
me
Really,
that.
he seemed disappointed. No, really, this is great.
it
It's
was-
great.
we made a joke about it on the show, and he knew.
I think I
Like,
listened to that
you know.
episode.
And I was just like, "Oh, this is great." I was like, "Are you just doing? Is this ever going to go out? Or am I just getting to do this just to say
Wait,
I was
were you
it?"
on besties or resties?
No, but it was called Bessie. Why is
Yeah, but was it on?
No,
was
I
it?
think
Did they
you were on
market it as a
Resties.
rest? Let me have a look.
What does that mean? What?
But so they do besties on Friday where the whole crew's there, and then resties in the middle of the week when the McElroys are usually like touring.
You weren't
and
on
it's just-
Game of
it's
Thrones. You were on the
I don't know what the fuck
Game
you're
of Thrones
talking about.
Hang on, I'm
podcast.
looking.
No, wait a minute.
Jeff.
I wasn't on. I wasn't on
feed.
Raw.
It's on
I
the
was
same
on
feed, I think.
SmackDown.
You weren't
Is that
on
what you're
Breaking
It
saying?
is
Bad.
on the same feed,
You were
hang
on
on.
Talking Breaking Bad.
No, he was on
no.
besties. He was on besties. Don't
Okay,
worry.
fair enough.
Okay, fantastic.
All right. Well, there's
wait.
one.
Russ is left on his own, and so he brought his old pal Jeff Backlar of Giant Bomb to talk about another sort of game, pinball.
Oh yeah, we talked about pinball. Maybe that's why no one else wanted to be on. That makes sense.
My real answer here is Business Wars, which is like this narrative podcast where they like go over like a 6-episode arc of, oh, it's Nike versus Reebok, or Guess Jeans versus Levi's and stuff like that. And they do this great job of telling the story of like the history of these two companies and how they go back and forth. There's some really good ones about video game consoles, like the Coke versus Pepsi one is really great. And I would just love to be able to like, hey, can we just steal your format and do that for all video game stuff and just make a show like that? I think that'd be pretty cool.
I love one of my new favorite podcasts is Help I Sexted My Boss, which is a northern radio presenter and a southern literal etiquette expert, and they answer just all manner of questions, and it is very funny because they're very good friends, and you can tell, and that's the kind of podcast that I like when all the podcast hosts are pals.
I would love to do Besties.
Besties.
Besties is a big one.
Within reach.
Within
possible.
reach.
We met Chris Plant last year because we were hanging with Blessing, and we were like. And I think I went, oh my God, there's Chris Plant of the Besties. Not of Polygon or anything else he's done. I was like, of the Besties.
We
was very nice.
I know him pretty well. Like we chatted a bunch of times. So, but I've never stepped across the line and been like, can I be on your podcast, please? You know,
because
I bet he'd be like, of course, yeah.
It's also like because I feel like, you know, back in the day, like Chris, it was all New York guys. That was New York people, right? It was all like us in that crew. I feel like that's interesting. It's within reach, Tam. You're going to get there, bud.
Inshallah.
The McElroy podcast I want to be on is Till Death Do Us Blart, which do you guys know what that is?
Oh, the Paul Blart Mall Cop
the annual Thanksgiving episode where they watch Paul Blart 2, Paul Blart Mall Cop 2, and then they have to talk about it. And I'm like, that'd be fantastic. Obviously, I don't want to go in there, and I actually don't want to be part of it because I think once you're on there, you have to do that every year for the rest of your life, and then you have to pass it on to someone else. So I don't want to do that.
Oh, like It Follows.
Yes, exactly. It is It Follows of podcasts. But no, I think it'd be fun to do a crossover episode or something. Yeah.
I mean,
they make them play Bubsy 3D every year on Christmas. That's what we would do.
Mine are Besties and QAnon Anonymous.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I love QAnon Anonymous. If you want a podcast of keeping an eye on the absolute lunatics in the world, QAnon Anonymous is the one.
It's occasionally very tough to listen to, but yes.
Yeah.
I basically have that in the form of a family member who texts me and actually just block their numbers. So maybe I do need the podcast instead.
Someone's just like, I'm going to break through to Grub one of these days. I'm
like, it was getting more and more insane. So I'm just like, all right, I'll go to QAnon Anonymous instead.
QAnon. You know what? I've actually been on this podcast, but for the longest time, I wanted to be on a podcast called Into the Aether, which is just a really lovely, beautiful little podcast with just two people that love games, and I highly recommend. But they've had me on before, so that was one of mine that I was like, yay, I'm happy I got on that.
I need to go be on a in review on Kind of Funny. I need to pick one that they're doing that I like. I should have done Andor. I'll just break in the door there, go do that. But if they do the Santa Claus, I'll do that. Break in.
Santa Claus Cinematic Universe.
Exactly, yes.
Any other podcast? I really like 30 Morbid Minutes.
Yeah.
From Rooster Teeth with Elise and Jessica. I really like that.
I'd like to be on the FPS podcast.
You've been on the FPS podcast.
I know. I just wanted to.
Well, you talking about you were on the first episode.
I just wanted to plug it.
They were going to have me on the practice episode. I'm like, that's a waste of my time. How dare you insult me with such a thing? I was just busy.
No, I was going to say, I remember you being busy. We'll get you on. We're all going to be in LA next week, so
I'm so excited to listen to that episode. That's a good podcast you guys do. It really is.
See, and now you've got a free plug for the podcast.
Hey!
I was right. I know what I'm doing.
Okay, very good. We've only got about 20 minutes here. Jeff Grubb, choose your next one, please.
Shit. All right. HOF. I'm assuming that means Hall of Famous.
That's what I'm thinking.
Hoffman.
Yo, what's up, 3 a.m. people? Hey, it's Jake from Houston. I don't normally call in twice a week, and I know this is like last second, but I was finishing the last of last week's dump truck, and I am severely upset and disappointed in all of you when you have the chance, instead of Hall of Fame, to say Hole of Fame. That's all. Bye. Love you.
Hole of Fame?
Hole of Fame.
Is it a joke I'm not getting?
There's probably some context. I feel like I'm missing too.
Dan?
Were we talking about holes?
I don't know.
Were we? We're a pro hole podcast. I want to.
I mean, listen. I'm just if that's what happened, and we didn't say that, I'm also disappointed in us.
I want to say I'm on a lot of these, and nothing's coming to mind.
I know, but
Jan?
Negative.
You can tell me I said
Holes?
anything on here. He said he didn't know either.
Nah.
Yeah, he doesn't
Professional
know.
Holman.
All right, well, listen, no, fair enough. We messed up. We apologize.
Yeah, we should have.
That's what the O in Ocho is for. The holes.
Yeah, there's holes all over that name. All right, I don't know. Shit. All right, maybe call back or email or tweet us.
Is
or do something to
this
explain it.
related to Michael Heim and I in our campaign to host the AVN Awards?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, Luther Jennings says Hall of Fame
Okay.
instead of the AVN Awards.
Okay.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's so that makes a lot of sense. Now I
That-
am also disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't even on last week, and I'm disappointed in all of you. So.
Yeah, I mean it's still a reach, but okay, fair enough.
Reach
Thank you,
around,
caller.
maybe. Yeah.
Exactly that. I'm gonna pick one. I'm going to pick unpleasant phrase.mp3.
Hey, Dump Truck. This is Alex calling from Puyallup, and I was thinking about your discussion about number 1 and number 2, and I was wondering what the most unpleasant phrase you've heard for using the restroom is. For me, my mother-in-law is British, and she will say she needs to spend a penny when she uses the restroom, and for whatever reason, that always sounded super gross to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, love you guys.
That is not real.
Spend a penny?
Are you sure your mother-in-law is even actually
I mean,
British? She
are
has
we
probably just been
British?
fucking with you for this entire time.
Spend
I'll give you
a
that.
penny. That's
Spend a
not
penny
real.
British slang.
And drop a deuce. It's right there. You know, it's the same thing.
Drop the kids off at the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
well-
are all fun though so far.
My
Spend a
boss makes
penny?
$1, I make a dime, and that's why I poop on company time. The infamous
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Dan used to say that all the time. I mean, this is
I
maybe
bet
a
he
little-
fucking did. I bet he
I bet he's proud of
did.
himself when he did
I
it
remember when we first became friends in the New York office many years ago. I remember him saying something to the effect of like, "You ever think how cool it is that we're getting paid to shit here?"
What?
And I would be like, "No, it never occurred to me."
Oh,
It's definitely
my
occurred to me.
God.
It, like if you want to like, I guess I was like, "Are you trying out like your tight 5 on me? Is this the thing you like open up with?" Because you got to workshop it a little bit. No, but that's just the weirdo he is.
The expression is derived from the fact that public toilets were installed in the UK in the mid-1800s and required a penny to be unlocked. These pay toilets are mostly used by women. Male public urinals were free. What?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's free to stand, one
Mate,
to
do you know
sit.
how
Everyone knows
expensive
that.
public toilets are in the UK right now? They're like 50p a go.
50p a
No
go.
piss is worth that.
50 pence.
50p to p.
Yeah, 50p to p. 50 pence.
Oh, look. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Thanks, inflation.
What other horrible phrases for going to the toilet? Make.
Here's
Oh, make.
Make is bad. That's
Make is
a
horrible.
that's like a
Going to
grandma
make?
thing. Did you
Yeah.
make?
take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Is that good?
That's just
What the fuck?
Oh,
That is
Take
Oh
the
my
Brown. Take
God.
take
I get
the
it.
Cleveland Browns to the
I get
Super
it.
Bowl.
Yeah.
No.
I don't feel good about it.
No, I think that's what we're trying to do
I
here.
mean, but
Yeah.
I think that one is actually like, it's not bad. It's not graphic in a way that I think
Right.
is,
Fair enough.
Mm.
you know,
Did you ever, okay, slight pivot, but when you were a kid, did your parents ever have euphemisms for parts? Because they didn't
Yes.
want to say like
Yes.
vagina or penis.
Yes.
My
Sure.
mom used to say foof.
Foof. Listen to this. My in-laws say woodgie for vagina. Yeah, for
What?
vagina they say woodgie.
What?
Yeah. Yep. Like Dylan his first like name for that was woodgie.
Yeah,
Like, mommy has a woodgie.
I love the idea of your in-laws playing the end of Bioshock.
Oh my God.
Would you kindly? What?
You get activated.
Yeah.
Yeah, woodgie. But for penis, we just said dick. Always,
Yeah, sure.
You know.
Or please, Richard, please.
Richard, come on, he's wearing a hat. Yeah, I don't know, like food. Yeah, woodgie. Yeah, woodgie.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah,
awful.
making doo doo and yeah.
Make
I don't like the pinching a loaf. Someone said that before. I don't.
Pinching a loaf is pretty
pretty uncool.
I use curling one out and destroying some porcelain.
Yeah,
curling one out is actually
not destroying the porcelain.
Actually, no.
You haven't seen me on there.
I don't
He doesn't pee
Say
standing
it,
up, but he
Lucy.
does poop standing up, and it messes things up in there.
Say it.
So we were running a little bit late to do this episode, and we were like, "Is Tam joining us?" So I WhatsApped him to say, "Are you dumping?" And he said, "I was late because I was actually dumping."
Very good.
There we go.
Well,
Oh yeah.
Someone said
draining the
most
main vein.
authentic dumper.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the one true
Draining the
dumper.
main vein.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
good. Bombing the Oval Office.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Whoa! And now, okay, you can't.
You
Now I'm
can't
on
say
the
that
list.
with me on a call.
Yeah, now tell our poor friend Tam here.
No, there's context there. We were talking.
We're going for
literally
green
about
cards, man.
cheating.
Come on.
Secret Service gonna kick my door in and just
Oh,
be like,
all
"What
the
are you
progress made. What a step back.
Where's Tam at? I haven't seen him in a few weeks. I don't know.
She's just cutting me in Guantanamo Bay, taking a shit."
Wow.
And he's just thinking about other phrases, draining the main vein.
Damn you back along. Laying cable. I've heard that a bunch.
Yeah.
What's the difference between laying cable and laying pipe?
One is fucking.
One is
Something
fucking and one is
different.
you can't
Yeah.
mix those up then. Okay.
No,
Well, you
not unless you
shouldn't.
want an infection. Yeah.
Yeah. Take it a tinkle.
Take a tinkle. Yeah.
Just gotta go to the little girl's room.
I just at this point, what do you guys say? I just say I'm gonna go piss. I'm gonna
I gotta go
piss because I
pee.
think piss is
I'm
a
having
funny
a
word.
slash.
Flash,
Yep.
yeah.
Yes. Well, I
Really?
just say we're gonna go pee. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I can't say restroom. I have to go bathroom.
No,
I
see,
think
I think bathroom is a fucked up thing. Like I whenever I'm in public, I never say like, "Where's your bathroom?" I say, "Do you know where the restroom is?"
I say, where's your water closet?
Yeah, where's your shitting hole?
Where's the shitter?
Yeah.
The shit.
Yeah.
Close it.
Close it.
That's
Whoa,
right.
you guys do water
Bathroom at
close it.
home, restroom at public. Gender generator. Very good. Very good. All right. We got one more, folks. And we're going straight to chat for this one. This is the first time in a while that chat, the first two responses were disqualified. The first person said, "I feel like it's bad," which we already did. The second person said slide, which is just the stupid fucking slide whistle noise, I assume, right? We did, right? Is it not, Jen? Right? Can we test that out?
I deleted
it's gone. Thank you. And then someone else finally came in and said in the sink. But before we do that, permanent site, another one we didn't bring up. I'm hitting the head.
Yeah.
Using the John? I don't like having a name for the toilet.
In the head.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna hit the head. I'm gonna go see a man about a horse. That's a fun one.
I do.
Hello, Dumpers. This is JD from Texas. We were on a road trip last week for Thanksgiving, and we stopped at a truck stop somewhere in Missouri on our way home. And I walked into the bathroom, and I saw a guy washing his ass in the sink.
No.
We made eye contact,
Oh no.
and I just proceeded on as if I didn't see anything.
Yeah. That's
Did
the
I
right
make
thing
the
to
right
do.
decision? And also, have you had any interesting truck stop experiences? Thanks.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
y'all. Bye.
I'm just disappointed in the man washing his ass. Like, if you're doing that, you got to have something locked and loaded, ready to say for when someone does walk in.
Yeah. Also, it's way easier to wash your ass in the toilet with like some sort of bottle system, like, fill up a bottle of water, instead of having your whole ass perched over a sink in a public toilet,
Right, like some
That's
sort
really
of
fucked up. This is in the Asian world, we have something called a lota, which is like a receptacle. It's like a big bulbous, like it's almost like a bucket with a small spout on it, which is specifically placed at every toilet in case you need to wash your ass.
It's a bidet, right?
It's like an early bidet. It's a manual bidet.
A young bidet, yes.
It's a young bidet.
Where my young bidets at? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It might also be known as a tabo for all the Filipinos out there.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I think you did the right thing in not saying anything to
an
this
accident,
person.
you know?
Yeah, like what good could come? Like, what do you even if you could say the best thing? What would you? Do you need help?
Yeah, is he
like,
gonna
what would you
ask
like?
you?
What are you gonna fucking like?
Help
What are you
out?
gonna do?
I feel like
so you
Did I
want
get
on your
it?
ass?
if it happens, you just look at them and you go, "I respect that," and then
Yeah.
carry on.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like that is not hurting them, and in fact, it makes them feel better about
Yes.
what's happening, unless
Clearly-
that person is clearly like a wrong 'un. Like if it looks like someone's had a bad time and then a series of unfortunate events has led them to having their arse out in a sink, you just go, you know what, I respect that.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
You know,
Yeah, I mean,
having a day.
you're trying to avoid conversations in the bathroom for the most part. The worst people in the world are the ones that come in and do just ask you a name question. Like,
the worst.
So you got to go pee or something? Or are you just going to pee in here? Like, what the fuck do you think I'm doing in here? Like, yeah. So, yeah,
I
you
don't
made the right
want to
choice.
put women on blast.
But
Women who, if you are going to the bathroom together and you are having a conversation, that stops as soon as you leave the threshold. As you enter the threshold of the
Sure.
bathroom, that stops. No more conversation. The next time we will speak
Yeah, it's time to
is when
concentrate.
we're washing our hands. If I go into a stall and you go into a stall and you are still talking to me and expect me to reply, I just want you to know you're a piece of shit.
Yeah,
You could be one of my best friends in the world, and I'd be like, I'm not doing this.
You're doing business here. Doing business here, yeah.
But also, I was in a public bathroom at the airport, and a woman was on the phone and just had an entire phone conversation while
Those are
she
the
was
worst.
taking a
that's unsightly.
Those
piss
are
next
the
to me.
worst. Those are the worst. You know what? Related to toilet, I don't think you should be doing anything except toilet stuff in the toilet. The ones that I really dislike are the people who I see it happens. Dudes walking up to urinals, they unzip, they whip out their dick, and then they pull out their phone, and they're looking at the phone. That's like absolutely no. Do not do that. I hate that shit so much.
Okay. I'm not.
I've
gonna call
played
anyone
Marvel
out.
Snapped and peed for sure.
Well, first, that goes without saying. Someone we all know has done this, and I've seen them do it. And nope, I don't do it. It's not for me.
The one place I don't mind like extracurricular poo or pee activities is airport toilets.
Yeah,
right. There's so much shit going on around you. You kind of want to
but like I have got to like a flight very early because I need to factor in time for discrimination. So I have I will occasionally I frequently will go to the toilet in the airport because they're always super spacious as well. So like you can like put your bag down.
You can get your suitcase in there.
Yeah, you can get your suitcase in there. You put your bag down, and that's where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just see what's going on the other toilet, the internet toilet, Twitter.
That's so good. Listen, I'm with you. I think I don't want to defend urinal scrollers. What I will say is I do think some of that is compensating for bladder shyness. And I think some people can pee more easily when they're just like, all right, I'm in this fucking zone. Here we go. I used to have bladder shyness and I got over it somehow. I don't know how. It just didn't affect me one day. I think maybe that's what that is. But I'm also I'm also not willing to make a blanket statement. And I know there are certainly some demons who are just there because they can't be helped. Also, Lucy.
Yeah, sorry. I just saw the latest message in chat, which is good. You go.
I think talking to a friend who is reciprocating and is okay with doing it in the bathroom, I think that's okay.
No.
I think from one stall to the other.
If I could hear things leaving your body.
Yeah, there's clunks.
I think it's okay.
There's kerplunks.
We're all human beings. We're all in this crazy game together, you know?
I mean, do your business, get out and get going and have a conversation.
There's no wrong with it.
If you're drunk at a bar and you're out the urinals and whatever, you can't. No one's stopping the conversation. Then it's all just gonna whatever. Yeah. You're in there. And all of a sudden, you're someone walks into they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, motherfucker, what's up?" And then you're like, I see that, but
yeah,
I think the etiquette of actually going into a stall probably is a little different.
But the thing is that I remember when So used to go out drinking a lot. I am from Newcastle, so historically, probably if not one of the cheapest towns, cities in the UK to have a night out because everything is alcohol, at least when I was, 10, 15 years ago, very, very cheap. We would get absolutely bladdered. And every single time we would go to the bathroom, all the girls would go together and sometimes you would share a stall. I don't know why we did that, but it was mostly because we were all very, very drunk.
Yeah. Okay.
And so
As children, boys would play swords where we'd all pee in the same toilet and have the streams cross. I don't know why I brought that up. I just thought it was important to this conversation.
But the thing is, so like you go through that phase.
Yes, ending.
Someone just said Lucy didn't say Newcastle the Newcastle way. All right, I went to Newcastle because this is my actual real accent. Anyway.
Oh right, I forgot.
And so if you would go to the bathroom together, you wouldn't help each other out. I don't know. There was no crossing of any streams there. But you had this conversation, and then
I've just volunteered that. He just
But then I think it was because I was.
You know the picture of the guy holding a gun to himself?
Yeah.
Who could have done this?
Yeah, that's awesome. That was Jeff Grove right there.
Man,
that's awesome.
And no, I think it's just, you're lubricated up, poor choice of words, from alcohol. You've lost any social inhibition, and then you would do that. But then as I got older and I drink less, I would, don't want to do that.
I get it.
Yeah,
But maybe it's because going to the bathroom is one of life's pleasures,
An extreme
depends.
I don't want to share that.
Yeah, for sure.
This is where like when I'm listening to podcasts, I have to pause in for like someone I know and the poo's coming out. That's why, because it's like, I want to concentrate.
I don't want to associate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if this isn't the right place to stop the podcast, I don't know where is. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Voicemail, a dump truck. 707 exit flu. Leave us a voicemail. Yes, leave us a voicemail. I think we're gonna probably take next week off with the Game Awards. I don't know if we'll make it up, but if not, just keep an eye on
If things like this happen next week, it'll be because we move things around.
Yeah,
So keep an eye on the schedule.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Until next time, thank you, Jeff Grubb. Thank you. Oh,
Jesus, Jen.
I guess we're leaving.
Sorry.
Thank you, Jen.
Let's go.
Turn it up. Here we go. Let it go.